Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy. Where you at? Yeah, I've been in your wrestling boys out here from the baby. I'm the hardest gun nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas put another fight on the tape. Calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fake. I don't know if he was champion like Muhammad Ali. Shut up, Bruce Gas. One day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. We gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. Take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots. Feel like Tyson with the people. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out match, yeah, real shit. That's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pen. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sin. Bruce passed me the blunt. I'ma light it like a candle. Hey, non-stop bars, man. I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you could never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the champ. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good afternoon, Sunday afternoon, the 28th of April. And guess who I got up here with me, man?
Terrible Tim Witherspoon, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, the real Rocky. I lived near the Italian market, did the same thing he did in the movie, and I just love life right now. I hope everybody else do too. Let's try to get this world together, baby, because we all are one. We all are one, and we should all be loving each other.
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely, man. You know, I was sitting around at this afternoon, and all of a sudden my phone rang, and I see Tim Witherspoon. I said, "Whoa, my brother, terrible Tim!" And you know, Tim's got something to say. You know, when Tim speaks boxing, that's when heads turn. That's when everybody shuts up, and you know,
Well,
boxing's been
Bruce, you
crazy.
down to earth. You down to earth, Bruce, to the fullest. Okay, go
Hey,
ahead. Go ahead.
oh man, I don't even know where I'm going, bro. Hey, did you watch the fights last night?
What fights?
Oh, there was a card on. There was a the zone had a card on last night. Virgil Ortiz fought,
Okay, I heard of Virgil.
and who it was? Jose Ramirez. I mean,
Oh, I heard that name too.
it was a decent card, but it's nothing like the fights that are coming up in the near future.
Yeah, but I heard those names. See, I heard those names, and I should be able to talk about these fights, and that's what's going on now. A lot of former boxers, we should step up, start watching, start supporting our fight, because boxing is going like this. It's going like that. You got these Jake Pauls and fighting Tyson. You had Jake Paul fighting these other guys. You got these other guys fighting real boxers and trying to set up another interest for other people. Not really hardcore boxing people, not hardcore. I love them brothers. They trying to establish things and do stuff. They really didn't put the time in. Jake Paul didn't really train hard. What I mean, all years go to amateurs. He just jumped right to the top because he was a well, you know more about it than me. He's a celebrity guy like that, and they let him get up there. And there's a lot of boxers upset about him just getting that shot. Do he deserve it, or a guy that's working hard as a contender deserve it? They're making more money when a guy like Jake Paul come over, and a lot of those guys that's working up the ladder, they feel bad about it. Bruce, they feel bad. Man, I got beat Jake Paul. How he get the big fight?
Dude,
You
did you catch? I was catching the news yesterday. Jake Paul put on 30 pounds in a month.
What for?
He's all bulked up. He thinks he's the Hulk. He's weighing in over 230 right now.
Listen, let me tell you something. When I knock him out in the first round, let me tell you this. No, I'm serious. I'll
I,
knock him
I
out.
know that, champ.
60, I'm 65, I'm 66, and I'll knock him out in the first or second round. Now, Now, why is he putting on that weight? It's skills what all these boxers need. You know what I'm saying? It's skills. I don't care how heavy you are, or how light, or how heavier. I'm gonna use my skills. Good defense, slip, and make them guys count, pay for their making their mistakes. He didn't need to gain no 30 pounds. All he need is a good trainer, guy like me. No, serious. All
Bro,
he need. Would they think the weight and the strength is going to help him? Yes, maybe it's going to help him. Well, look what happened to George Foreman and Ali, and a lot of these big, strong boxers, big, heavier than the other guy, and the lighter guy knocked them out because they had more skills.
And people are saying that he's doing steroids. That's how he got that big. PEDs.
What for? Why mess your body up? Be for real. Be real to your people that's paying for your fight or people that support you. Come on now. You don't need steroids. You need skills and a good teacher behind you and being in good shape. Them guys back in the day, they were light. And look at Rocky Marciano. How heavy was he, Bruce? 209, 208.
185 pounds, 190 pounds.
185 pounds. And look, but oh man, he fought.
I'm like you, man. My mind gets like that too.
Yeah,
hey, let me shout out who came in here while we're talking because I don't want to.
You gotta let me know now. He fought now. Oh, go ahead. Shout out everybody.
Yo, Joe, the Irish historian, is out there, man.
All right, Joey.
My brother Chet Perry's out there. I'm sorry, Chet Perry. I say Chet Baker because I'm a jazz man, and I'm always thinking,
all right, Chet.
Teddy Burkshot's out there, man. Teddy says, Tim the can opener with a spoon.
That's right, Teddy. I'll show you.
Andre Rodriguez. Salute my friend Andre Rodriguez, the Portuguese man over there. The Portuguese man of war.
Thanks for coming on. This the real channel, baby. This the real channel.
Then I got my brother for life, Remy, out there, man. Remy's a brother. Remy supports my channel more ways than I can tell you, man. Remy's a cool guy.
Yeah, it's a shame the way some of these. I'm not saying the way some of these channels, they don't know no better. And I came from the old school, and there's nothing new. These new trainers, and I have nothing against them. They don't know. Like listen, Bruce. Like Dennis Rappaport would tell me before the fight, talk about what we're going to say after the fight. And then when after the fight, he get closer to me and say, don't forget what we got to talk about. And we say the proper things that win the fans and win a lot of different things. So after these boxers finish fighting, like what you call them did the last couple of days or whatever Garcia did, he didn't have somebody to tell him, this what you say. Don't never down the guy you knocked out because it's going to make you look bad. Don't say like you was drinking. Dennis, the night before or even after the last bell ring, would come to me in the corner and say, look, let's talk about this. And that's very important. And that's a sign of a good trainer, manager, promoter that's helping the boxers. And that's not what's happening today.
In fact, I got Nick M on here, man. Nick M's classic boxing channel, bro. See, Nick M is the guy who has the films. He's a historian. He's got the Tim Witherspoon fight library. He told me I can show these films on these fights on here. We can chop them up. After that Bone Crusher Smith fight where you took the dive, you fought Mark Wills the second time. You knocked him out. Do you remember that fight? Because they said you were at your best in that fight. You remember that fight? It was right after Bone Crusher Smith.
Yeah. I figured that. Listen, all I did was got in good shape. I knew that Mark Wells was strong and he could knock you out, but I just got in shape and did what I just typically do, and it showed. So he lucky it was the first round, but he was a tough young guy or opponent coming up, and I got rid of him. And if he would have lasted the second round, I think because I was just warming up, I think but he could take a punch. I could tell that I hit him with some good shots. So, I had more skills than him, Bruce. and he was strong though. He was strong. Because when he hit me one time, I was like, "Damn, what the?"
Hey, I got the fight up, brother. You want to talk us through it?
Yeah, yeah. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the fight, and a lot of us guys like me, like champions and stuff, we underestimate sometimes our opponents. And like with that fight, I lost because I didn't train hard because I figured I could beat this guy that's similar to him. Um, so we don't really take some guys like this serious, and they're serious because they want to beat us. Mark Wells wanted to win, he wanted to win, and me, I'm just thinking, just as a regular fight, I'm in shape. I'm climbing back up the ladder, and I got him. He made a mistake, and I got him with that right hand, and so the fight ended like this. So I was in alright shape here, but I could have gotten in better shape.
Well, this is right after Bone Crusher Smith.
Is that the second Bone Crusher fight or the first?
Yeah, this is right after you lost your title. This is your first fight back.
Because I knew what Don King wanted. I love Don. I love you too, Bruce. They can go around in this world doing negative things. I'm not going to do negative things, but I'm going to still be his brother because I'll try to make him do better. I try
Look
to
at
make
you.
Don, come on, Don,
Man.
don't do that.
218 pounds. Damn.
218.
Look at that young man in there.
That's my brother in the back, Steve. He caught a stroke. The one to the right, he caught a stroke. He's trained boxers before. See him right there on the right, everybody?
Yep. Look, is that Eddie Aliano back there for your cut man?
Eddie Aliano, one of the best cut mans right there in the middle. That's my trainer, Slim to the right. He's a very intelligent. Jago Slim with me. That's who made me believe, Bruce. That's who made me believe that we could win against these tough opponents. And it was really early. Here it is, a young guy like me coming in there, only had 7 amateur fights, and I'm fighting Larry Holmes. Slim was my encouragement. All right, let's go. Here we go. First round. I knew he was strong, everybody, but I knew all I got to do is relax. And you can see I'm relaxed. I'm trying to just catch him. So I'm just trying to catch the punch so I can catch him with a shot. But he was aggressive. He's a journeyman, as they say in England. Journeymans are guys that they get you ready for regular boxers. Okay, so I'm just trying to beat him and work. I know he's strong. He's capable of hurting me. Okay, I hit him with an overhand right.
He beat Greg Page, too, twice.
Yeah, he beat Greg Page.
You're hammering him with that right hand. Damn.
I'm rushing, and I really should slow down and take my shots.
This guy owe you some money or what?
I'm just taking my time, Bruce, and I keep landed that right overhand right. I'm trying to put it together, and all you boxing fans and kids, I'm right now, and I should slow down and take my time. I'm rushing it. I hit him with the uppercut. And I think the ref going to come in and stop it.
Yep.
But I do believe he could have went on a little bit more, but I probably would have. So that's my brother, Steve. I'm in good shape during this time. So my boxing career, Bruce, is up and down. I'm good. I'm bad. It was so messed up. I wish I had a straight run for everything. I'm happy. Look at that. That's TR. He passed away. See the white kid right there? His father had a bar or a pub like about 50 feet, 50 yards from where I lived. And I used to go over there, and I got him into boxing. He passed away. Something happened to him, and he supported me. That kid that just got in the ring. Okay, so I won the fight.
Let me shout out the people that came in here too, man. I see the drunk Irishman came in here. LT Amazing, my brother LT Amazing from the tavern. Let me see who else came in here, man. I see LeVar Cooper, my brother LeVar Cooper, the man who gave me my microphone, put me in business on YouTube. Man. Okay. The Bud Files too, another cool channel out there. But anyway, look at this. They're showing highlights over here, Chim. Look, bam.
Yeah, stop calling me on the back of the ear. See, on the back of the ear, you really hurt somebody. And my trainer Slim told me that. See, on back of the ear, not in front of the ear, but if you hit somebody back here, they can lose their equilibrium. And I did practice trying to throw punches at certain body parts, which will make you get dizzy or slow you down. So these trainers need to know these type of things also. That's during this era.
Hey, let me show you at the end here. There's an interview with you. Let me see if we can listen to this.
For you.
Yeah, I preferred to get more rounds in because I'm not stopping. I'm gonna fight every month.
That's my son Tim Jr.
Okay, Phil Stone's got a question for you. Tim, you told me earlier tonight when you arrived for the fight that you felt that the best you've ever felt in your life was after your victory over Frank Bruno about 13 months ago. How does this one compare to that victory?
Well, this one is even better because of all the tormenting that was given me, all the antagonizing things that was happening to me. And this here tops it all, I think, because I come back with a first round knockout and I survived it. I survived everything.
Were you figuring that he would try to come out and do anything like he had done in the last fight?
Yeah, because last time I was out of shape, and this time I was in shape. I guess he figured he can discourage me by coming right at me and knock me out. But as you can see, he did.
Well, Tim, welcome back, and we're going to look for a lot of big ones from you in the future.
Thank you.
And we have a lot of big ones from the champ in the future. Let's look at some other fights, man. Anyone in particular you want to check out? How about we check out the how about we check out that Frank Bruno fight?
Okay.
Everybody loves that fight. Let me dig it up here, man. This is thanks to Nick M's Classic Boxing channel. One of the greatest channels out there, man. He's got the classic fights, and he's got reels of them. I don't know where these come from. They're not like TV reels. He gets them somewhere, but anyway, man, let's get to ringside, man. This was a great fight. I gotta bring it up on the screen. Boom.
Who's that fight with?
This is Tim Witherspoon in England.
Okay, yeah, I remember. I remember him doing the. I really felt really good at this fight. This is the Bruno fight. And I felt that I had to represent my country, even though my country wasn't representing me really at the time. Or nowadays, it's really bad. That's Tony Tubbs. And I just wanted to go in and win the fight, knock Frank Bruno out or just win on decision. I know we was going in there. There's 60. That's me as a young kid. That's my brother Steve in the front. That's me second. Butchie, and then my oldest brother in the back. That's Robert McGill. He passed away. One of the kids I grew up with. This is the beginning of the fight. So I came from South Philly, man, where a lot of good talent. Jeff Chandler, the Everett brothers. There's more. There's a lot of there's a whole lot of good boxers that came from Philly. But in South Philly, we had a lot of good talented trainers and boxers right near the gym, the old Passion gym where Sylvester Stallone made his movie. They came to South Philly, and there's Italians, there's Irish, and black people in that area. So
a lot of people in the arena watching this fight here, huh, man? Nick M says 40,000 people watching this.
Yeah, but it was more than that. They undercut it, so they had to. It was like 50 or 60. I heard. 50, well, okay, wow. Let's leave it at that. Okay, the first round. Only thing I was trying to do, because I heard that he can't take a punch. I was trying to land a punch on him, everybody, and he could take a better punch than what people were saying. So I know he fought other guys that stopped him, but they might have caught him on the right chin or the right top of their head to make them hurt better. But I left my plan alone and just tried to hit him, which was a mistake.
Very strong looking guy. Was he strong on the inside?
Yeah, he punched real good. My hip was knocked out of place. I had to get it settled. I had to get my hip reinstated because he hit me in the hip. And it was a chiropractor. There was a chiropractor convention there at the hotel, and there was chiropractors all in the hotel, at least 40. And so one of them I knew.
He knocked your hip out of place, champ?
Well, he messed my hip up with a body shot, and when I couldn't walk after this fight. I couldn't walk. And when I went back to the hotel, all these chiropractors was there. They had a convention. and one was from Philly, and and he straightened my hip out. But it took about 15 minutes. He kept rubbing me, and then I could walk. But everybody don't know after this fight, I couldn't walk. They had to carry me. They had to carry me because Frank Bruno hit me in the hip somewhere. I'm almost sure he movement that caused my hip to get out of place. And then the chiropractor took about 45 minutes. And when we got back to the hotel, and he straightened the hip out.
You think it was intentional?
No. Frank was just doing this fight, and he's strong. He's strong. Like I was telling everybody, if he had my trainer and I had his, he would have beat me. And there's a lot of English people mad at me that that's my second home. They mad at me, or not. They kind of like, oh, why you say that?
Oh.
Because I said that. So if he had my trainer to teach him all that other stuff, look at him. He's basic, but he's strong.
Tell him, look at that defense, though. Look at I see the cross arm defense.
No defense.
I see you. You're using the cross arm. You're using that shell.
Yeah. So Bruno didn't really have a defense, and the only thing I was doing was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait to catch him. But it took to the 9th or 10th round for me, or the 11th, to catch him. I did hit him a couple of times, and it hurt him. But he came back because he knew his country was behind him, and he can't lose this fight. See, that what was in Frank's mind. No, I'm not losing. I got all these people. I'm in England. I had to come over from the United States to defend my title. So he had the advantage.
Now, how about your people, Don King and Carl King? How were they treating you in this fight? Were you being treated like, were they taking care of you? Or did they kind of like throw you to the dogs? They leave you on your own?
Well, Don was just being Don. He's a promoter. Carl King had to do what he had to do because of his dad. I do believe he really wished that he could help us, but he can't because his dad is the boss. Carl King was talking to us all the time, and he made statements to me like, look, man, I wish I could help. I wish my dad could listen to me and help everybody. But he said he's powerless. That's what he said to me. He said, I'll talk to my dad to see what he can do. That's what some of the conversations was about with Carl. And, I knew Don King, when I talked to him in person, he was cool. He was really nice. I don't know if it's because I'm not scared of boxers or the fight. Oh. He liked boxers that fight, but he get mad at you when you don't fight. So he knew I was a boxer.
The problem is, man, the promoter's not on your side, and when your manager's not on your side, you're screwed. Financially.
Carl had no say so. You can see where I had the cross arm defense. Frank wasn't really hitting me.
Tim, you're nailing right now. You're nailing with some solid shots. You're sitting down in your punches. Look at you two going at it. Holy shit.
The bottom line, though, Bruce, is that you got to teach defense and offense. And a lot of box trainers today, I love these guys, but they don't know defense. I have defense. I'm one of the last guys that was taught some exciting defenses. And once they taught me the basic defense, you can add on different defenses to your repertoire. And this right now, I got my hand up. You don't see all that stuff. I got that from like Sugar Ray Robinson, and my trainer did it. Archie Moore. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you don't see the young boxers thinking about defense.
And you're parrying his jabs too. He throws a jab, you parry and bang. You
block his jab and get your jab in. You block his and get his in. And then while you're doing that, you think about other things to do after that. See me stepping the jab. I got my hand up. And see, I moved in with my hands up real like low like that. But really, I wasn't really really wasn't worried about him because I know I had a good defense. And it made me look like I'm not really getting involved with the defense and everything, but I was. He was easy for defense. That's why I was like that. But if he was really hard and Tyson like, I would keep my defense tighter.
Looked like he just got you with a nice left hook to the body that time.
Well, he did knock my hip out of place, so
yeah.
You
The
got to
right
give
hand.
it to him, Bruce. You got to give it to him. He's a strong young man, and I met him afterwards, but I knew him before. I got along with him. I really love Frank. He really tried hard in that fight. So he's just doing basic stuff. Look, one left hook, right hand. Now he don't have no defense. And I had tried to lose weight before this fight so it would make me look good, and that it took away a little bit of my strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah. So that's what happened too. I tried to lose some weight before this fight because they wanted me to lose weight so I could look good. That's a good left hook, right hand.
Good right hand too. You nailed it with a beautiful right hand.
So if I was in really, really good shape, I think I could have ended the fight early. But I'm not going to lie, I was in okay shape. But when I got there was some tactics that the English people used to try to discourage me, like sending girls to the room, sending juices. They sent like 8 cases of juice that was like fully full of sugar, and I was drinking them. And then my trainer was like, he came to my room one day, he said, "What's all this stuff on there?" I said, "Yeah, they sent me this complimentary." He said, "What?" So he read it and he saw all the calories and all the sugar in it. He said, "They trying to get you to lose." He said, "Get this shit out of here." It was like cases. So this is what these trainers need to do, like Slim. He went into the room, he found out what was going on, and he ended it. So like with the Ryan Garcia fight, when they talk, the trainer and the promoters and the manager have to get involved this far, not just do the paperwork. Go to the gym, talk to the fighter, go find out about your opponent. They need to do that too. But now they're making good money, and they're just letting these trainers that some of them never had 11 fights, some of them had 15. Some of they wasn't really successful, and they're in the corners of these guys. Garcia, Haney. I'm not down on them, but all they got to do is send for some help. Don't let your pride get you down. Send for some help, and that's what these trainers did. They used to call Slim, my trainer, all the time. That's why I know about this, Bruce. I know about it because they call my trainer. I'm on an airplane or we driving to go help some boxer out because they knew Slim had good skills. They're not doing it these days.
No.
What round is this?
Man, I don't know.
So like what Garcia did after the fight, I was drinking, I was this and that. You don't do things like that. Come on. Where's your manager and your promoter? You should have never said that. You should upgrade your opponent. You should say it was a hard fight. What's the matter with you?
Well, these fighters today, they don't seem to answer to anyone. They don't have a boss in the camp. They're the boss. The managers aren't doing the. Your manager was like a father figure to you, wasn't he? Your trainer, like Jim Robbins.
No. Everybody knew that he knew his skills, and that's what made me really believe in him. Yeah, he was a father figure, but he was more so a respected teacher. That's what made me believe in Slim. And everybody, Mike Rossman, he made the Jewish bomber light heavyweight champ of the world. He knocked Victor Galindez. He messed Victor Galindez up.
Oh yeah, man! I saw that fight. I couldn't believe Rossman knocked out Victor Galindez. I couldn't believe that one. And then what happened in the meeting? Hey, let me shout out my brother Monty Brown out there, Monty Brown TV, man. Monty's a great guy. Anybody out here, man? If you don't know Monty Brown, go sub to Monty. Monty's the real deal,
so
brother.
Frank Bruno was like hitting me in the back of my head. I didn't care about that. All I was going to do was just try to catch him on the chin and finish him off. That was my plan. I had another plan before this, but I left it alone and just tried to hit him hard because they said he can't take a punch, but he could take one because I hit him with a couple of shots and he took it.
Now Bruno looks like he's trying to bully you in the corner over here. He's throwing those pity pats downstairs. What's up with that, man?
He's trying to stay busy. It looked like he tried to stay busy and look like, so the judges could be in his favor. But actually, in that situation, he was just burning energy that he should have just took his time and land punches instead of just throwing punches, like just throwing them so the judges would make him look good. But he should have took his time and land his punches in certain areas where it really could benefit him. He just threw punches anywhere. My trainer would told me to hit him on the temple or hit him where he can make him dizzy or something like that. That's what my trainer did. Take your time, keep your defense tight, and hit him in the right places. But stay busy. See, I'm keeping my hands up, and I'm trying to figure out, can I hit him on the temple? Can I hit him on the body shot? Or when places that's going to benefit me. That's when you got a good defense. When you got a good defense, you can take time to do that.
You just mentioned a couple of haymakers, champ.
Yeah, I know. So what I'm doing now is trying to figure him out. You keep the jab moving and try to hit him in places where it could hurt him. Instead of rushing, fake him, fake him, and try to hit him in places. So a lot of times you can't just, figure out where, just throw punches, but you got to, if you hit him in the temple, it'll make him dizzy. If you hit him certain places.
You aim for those certain places. You aim for the temple. You aim for behind the ear. You aim for the.
Yep. And in the meantime, you keep your hands up for defense. So which a lot of boxers don't do today. Defense is really a factor in today's boxers.
You always got that crossed arm over there, man. You're always ready to catch that.
You see that? Because that lower hand can hit you with a left hook. See that? My hand, when I leave it down the bottom, that can always hit you with. See, I have my hands low. I have my hands low because I'm not down in Frank, but I didn't see nothing spectacular. But I did see a strong man in front of me. See, I got my hands down there. If it was somebody that was I would keep my hands up higher. But now I'm like playing with him right now and got my right hand up blocking his jab and everything. But if it was somebody that threw multiple strong punches, my hands wouldn't be there. My hands would be up higher and tighter. You see how my hands are? They're loose. I hit him with a right to the body. Because my trainer told me if I keep throwing that right hand to his left hip, it could slow his jab down during the fight. So you see me throwing the right hands to his left side where his jab is. My trainer was telling me that keep hitting that and his jab might slow down because it might rush up and it might make this a little weaker. So these are all kind of tactics, Bruce, that these old-time trainers have. And I don't know what they're telling Bruce, but I know that if he would have had my trainer and I had his, it would have been a much harder fight for me. And then possibly I could have lost the fight because they praise the trainer, Bone Crusher's trainer, and I do too. But my trainer was very intelligent and a better teacher than Frank Bruno's. He's just basic, see?
Shout out to Ace, bro. Thank you much for coming in here. Mike Briggs, my brother. I think I already shouted you out, man. We're in here. We got the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. We're chopping up some of his fights, bro. It don't get much better than that on a Sunday afternoon, man. Tim.
See, I'm not even slipping.
I got a question from Nick M over here for you, brother. He says, Tim, since you fought both men, in your opinion, who would have won between Frank Bruno and Pinklin Thomas?
Well, okay. Pinklin Thomas won the decision from me. I thought I won that fight. But both of them defenses are similar. So I think that the one that lacks the defense is the one who's going to win. So Pinklin Thomas depended on his jab. I don't know whether he was right-handed or left-handed because his jab was really good. His right hand wasn't nothing. I think I went on later on to find out that he was left-handed. I would have trained to block his jab, which we didn't care about when I fought Pinklin. But with Frank Bruno, I think that Pinklin Thomas is more slicker than Frank, but their defenses are similar. So, and Pinklin from the streets, he'll dog. He'll dog you out when the times get rough. He'll be there and stuff like that. So that particular fight would to me is thrown up in the air. But I think Pinklin with his good jab, Neither one of them had defense I had, but I think Pinklin's jab was really good because it really changed the fight around when I fought him.
Pinklin, he had like a Sonny Liston jab. He had that ramrod jab.
Yeah, well, I thought he was left-handed because his right-handed was nothing. And if I would have knew all these things before the fight, I think I could have stopped him or won unanimously. And I knew that time Don King just cared about Tyson and didn't care about me or Pinklin. During that particular time, Don was trying to get Mike Tyson, on his team, and he was just using me and Pinklin to, just because he had the belt. He was in control of the belt, Don was. So he didn't care who won.
As
He
long
just
as he
wanted
had
to get Tyson.
As long as he had it from Mike Tyson.
Yes, there he is. So I knew it. And, like right here, I'm too relaxed because I knew that his defense, he had no defense, but he could punch. He got his jab in a lot. My eye was swollen, but I neglected the situation because if I would have practiced blocking his jab, because his jab was pretty good. It wasn't no pop, 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 pop. He got it in sometimes. But my mistake was I was too relaxed because to me, I didn't feel like he could really do that much. You got to give it to him. I figured that I had more skills than him. I had more skills than him, but he was much busier. He was in shape. He had all those people behind him, and he had to come back. So now I'm coming back on him. I hurt him a little bit, and I'm coming back on him. You got to remember that I was lighter before this fight, and when I came in, they were sending people to my room. They did send people to my room. I ate. I gained some weight, and I didn't weigh in that good, Bruce. So
hey, how are those girls they sent up to your room? Were they nice or what?
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, man.
Blondes or what?
Huh?
English girls? What kind of girls were they? Were they English gals or were they sleazy hookers or what were they? Were they nice?
Yo, beautiful. I can't remember that good now. But
championship material. Hey, let me shout out my brother Cornbread TV, man, a fellow smoker from Baltimore up there, man. Shout out to Cornbread, man. Salute, brother. Thank you for coming in here, man.
Salute, Corn.
Frank looks like he wants to exchange with you, and you look like you're squaring off, ready to go toe to toe over here, center ring, bro. Oh, good thing the round got over.
He has got over. I do believe, like I said, if he had my trainer, he would have been in the back. And I hate to down his trainer, like some of my English family. I told them that, and they didn't like that. See me hit with that overhand right behind the air. That hurt them a little bit. It hurt them a little bit. So, yeah, behind the air is where you hit people. It's totally legal. Right in the back of the air. You lose your equilibrium up on the top of the temples. That's what my trainer was doing. These trainers don't know what to do nowadays. And I'm not disrespecting them. But there's certain places.
How would you rate your left hook in this fight? You're throwing a lot of left hooks. Did you have a pretty decent left hook in the day?
Yeah, and my left hook was okay, but and I didn't realize that my right hand was a devastating punch after a while. Slim let Slim know that my straight right hand wasn't really powerful, but then that's how the overhand was developed. He had me throwing the overhand, and then he noticed a lot of power in the overhand. So, like Frank Bruno is powerful. I didn't lift weights. If I would lift weights and ran and got a sports medicine guy, I would still be. Hey man, I've been 5 times champion of the world, but I just did the basics. And these guys, look at them lifting weights and then from Philly, all these trainers, they didn't like you lifting weights and stuff. Frank is getting busy on me, but I'm not worried about him. I'm really not worried. I step right to him, see I'm in close. He's got everything on the line. He got the English people. He's got all these people behind him. He has much more to lose than I do.
I remember you telling me the story after the fight. They chased you into the bowels of the auditorium, and Ali's the one who saved you. Why don't you tell it, refresh the people who haven't heard that story, man?
No. We walked back to the dressing room, but on the way back, it was dangerous. I know it was serious when I see a human being fly over the road we was walking down. And I said, oh shit. So then we said, no, let's pick it up faster. This is getting serious. They was throwing everything at us. When I see that human beings,
How many people would you guess?
it's about 50, I don't know. Was it 50,000? Not 50,000 was a lot. It was a lot of people there.
What was it? A mob of troublemakers? There
was troublemakers, there was sportsmen, there was everybody there. This was the first time I think in a long time that their heavyweight was in a title fight. So everybody was supporting it, and
they're chasing you.
Well, they was upset because Frank got knocked out, and they just was feeling their feelings they had was really bad, I guess, and they tried to get us, but we had a whole bunch of 6'8", 6'10", 6'11", 6'6". We had bodyguards to help us get through, and then near the end, they tried to break the door down, and Ali stopped them from hurting us. So there was like about 1,000 people or 1,500 trying to knock the door down to come get us. They wasn't finished. And Ali said, open up the door. We would say, yo, we can't do that, Ali. Ali said, open the door. And when Ali opened the door, all the people stopped and they walked away. That's how much power Ali had with the world. Yeah. See him wiping my eye? That's Eddie, the best, he's the best cut man in the boxing history.
Why do they call him the Clot?
Because he knew exactly what. Let me tell you what happened. I got hurt in a fight. I forgot what fight it was. I got hurt, and I came back to the corner. What he did was put some smelling salt in his hand, but he crushed it, and he let the juice go in his hand. Then he dropped the tube, and then when I came in, he wiped it across, and I could smell it. He said, "Don't move," and he said, "Don't move." He had it on the palm of his hand, and it's illegal to have that stuff called the smelling salt. So he crushed it, threw it out. And then when he went to put grease on me, it woke me up. I forgot what fight it was. I got hit with a shot, and he went like that, and he woke me up. He was a smart man. Ain't that something? He crushed it, threw it in a thing, and then put grease here, and he went like this. And when he went like this across my face, that smelling salt woke me up. Isn't that intelligent?
Intelligent.
They called him the best.
He was qualified for that on top of things, man.
They called him the best. He crushed it and broke the juice, and it was in his hand. He took it and threw it away, and then he went like this with the grease. And I was like, he said, don't move. He said, don't move. I remember everything he said. He said, don't move like that. And I smelled it, and it woke me up. I was like, okay, all right. Eddie's the best.
This we're in the 9th round right now.
Yep.
And this fight goes to the.
I didn't feel threatened, Bruce. Bruce, I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel none of that. I didn't think I was losing. Or anything. But they told me we can't leave it like that. We got to keep pressuring them. Put it forward because they'll take it from me. So
Tim, somebody's asking me a question. They want to know if there was ever an offer on the table for a fight between Tim and Herbie Hyde.
Yeah, it was, but they didn't take it. I was ready for it. Yeah, I was ready for it, but for some reason it faded away. That particular fight faded away. Herbie was strong. He could punch and everything, but I would have figured him out. If I wasn't a bruise, money being taken away, and training hard every day, I did have the right people behind me. They didn't get paid properly because I didn't get paid properly. You would have seen a better Tim Witherspoon, and like a fight like this here, I could have ended the fight earlier.
Shout out to Rascalot out there, my brother. Rascalot says, Witherspoon is one of the best at taking away your best weapons.
Defense. And he's right. Nowadays, these guys they're not taught defense. All these heavyweights went down on the canvas. Not when I was fighting. There was decisions where you got beat up real bad, but all these, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, they all went down in the ring. I had nothing against them. I had nothing against them. But they all went down. Dylan White, they all went down, but not in our era. You don't see a lot of us guys. There was the decision. There was knockouts, but they just don't have the defensive capacity nowadays.
Tim, you threw your hands up in the corner in a sign of victory when you walked back to your corner. You feel something coming on or what?
No, I just felt when you throw your hands up that see, a lot of boxers don't know the judges are there and they're watching. So you have to use your head and try to let the judges know that you're still in it or you winning. So sometimes that the judges see that and they say, wow, Tim is still in it. He's confident. And just a little bit that'll help. And I felt that way though. See me, I'm just trying to hit Frank. But
how's your conditioning right now in the 10th round?
I'm not that bad. Now he hit me in the back of the head.
Oh,
see?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, he hit me in the back of the head. And I'm complaining to the ref because that's illegal. He hit me to the back of the head. I had a concussion after the fight too, the back of the head.
Wow.
He kept hitting me in the back of the head.
Wow.
So now I got mad and I kept pushing pressure on him. But I do believe if I was in like a little bit more better shape, I could have ended this fight earlier than the 11th round. I knew I had a good defense. I knew how to maneuver inside like that. And these are the things I could show some of the boxers nowadays what to do.
Man, Rascalot says he thinks Frank Bruno was notorious for rabbit punches.
Yeah. After the fight, we were cool. And I love Frank, but he did do I don't need to cheat to win the fight. I never did. I had good skills. I was confident in my skills. So I didn't have to cheat or hit somebody low or something like that. And being in shape was one of my problems. Not being in top shape was really one of my problems. Mentally, I was wore down. Not getting the right monies, not getting the right money.
You got people stealing your money before you even get your hands on it. It's hard to concentrate on fighting.
But Bruce, before this fight, I didn't even know how much money I was getting. That's really messed up, right?
Really messed up.
I did not know how much money I was getting before this fight.
No fighter would do that today. Why did you do it, Tim? Were you just too young? You just assumed?
No. We were trapped. We were trapped inside Don King's little bubble, and we had to do everything he said. We had to do everything or not make money. I did not know how much I was getting till after this fight. Yep. So here I am fighting a big time fight, not knowing if I'm gonna get paid or not knowing what I'm gonna do or whatever, but I wanted to win for the American people, for the people in my neighborhood, South Philly, 7th Street, 7th and Emily. I wanted to my people to be proud of me because we had good people come out my neighborhood. And so that's really what made me feel better, that I won the fight for the country, for my neighborhood, for my family, and people that love me. That was good. So I didn't get paid. Bruce, real quick. I didn't get paid till like 4 days after this fight.
Mm-hmm. And I just don't want to blink because it's coming up on here. This is the 11th round, man. Looks like you're getting ready to put him to sleep.
Yep. He kept hitting me in the back of the head, and I kept complaining to the ref because there's tactics you use. I'm belching. Where you get the ref involved. See, that's what the difference between these trainers. Here we go. These trainers, they use their intelligence to convince the ref on certain things. So having a good trainer in your corner is very important because you know how to manipulate the ref to try to get him to work in our favor. Oh man, this guy hitting wrong, this and that. So, okay, here we go. I was perfectly comfortable because I knew I had a good defense. And when the guys don't have defense, Bruce, that's a little bit more percentage backwards of their belief in, in the fight. But if you got good defense, that'll bring that level up because you know you won't get hit. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh man, I was watching this on a Saturday night. This was unbelievable.
I'm not even slipping, Bruce. I'm not even getting out the way. I'm just trying to get close to hit him because they said he couldn't take a punch, but he took some of mine. He took some of mine, and that was using my brains. I was getting the ref. Even though Bruno was hit me with illegal punches, I was working the ref. So these boxers need to learn. There we go. See, he coming over, and I'm catching. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. Then I said, oh, this is my daylight, Bruce. I got to finish it. If I don't, they're going to give it to him. Here we go.
Bang!
Man, that there hurt him. Okay.
That there finished him.
Right. There you go.
You knew that fight was over. The referee has to pick him up. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep. That's Aaron Snowell. That's Aaron Snowell, my second. We had Whit Laurie. There's Tom Moran, who later on we're not friends anymore, really. The white guy right there in the middle. He was an Irish guy that helped me with my management. It's a long story. It's a long story. So I had a lot of people around me, man. And that was a beautiful fight. And then I went on to become look at that. I went on to become Frank Bruno's really good friend. That's his mom and I think his sister or his aunt, whatever. But that was one of the greatest points in my life. I went somewhere and defeated a really good boxer, a really good person in their country. That really makes a big difference, Bruce.
Oh yeah, yep. Man, that was truly a highlight. Definitely something to remember, champ. And so cool you're coming and reliving it over here with Bruce Gass and the family, man. And Dick Justice is in here, man. Shout out to my brother Dick Justice.
Dick. All right, Dick.
Chet Perry wants to know. I mean, you've told the story before, but very, very simply, for going to England, defending the heavyweight championship of the world, and at that time, that WBA, you were the top dog. Larry Holmes was out of the picture. Nobody was accepting anybody but terrible Tim Witherspoon as the heavyweight champion. How much money did you come out of there with? Just let Chet Perry know that.
Frank Bruno went home with like $1.3 million or $4 million, and I went home with $95,000. Now Don gave me half $500,000. Then he gave his daughter Debbie half of that, and then he deducted all these things out. And then a lot of the people that had to pay thought I was lying. They thought I was lying, and I said, "Yo, man, this is all I got." I still paid everybody, and I went home with like 90 something thousand, maybe 105,000 when I went home, because I believe in helping, giving people their money and all that. So out of that fight, Bruno went home with $1 million something, and I went home with less than 100,000, and I knocked him out in his country, 60-something thousand people in stadiums, everybody watching the thing all over the world. And that was one of the greatest moments of my life. And I'm just letting you know, 90-something thousand I was left with after paying everybody. Yep.
Unbelievable. And for people that don't know it, the fight after that, that's when Tim took the dive. He said he had it. That's it, man. You're not gonna bleed me anymore. And he got away from Don King the hardest way in the world to do it by giving up the heavyweight championship of the world. And man, the rest is the rest. But hey, man.
Yeah, because that was with Bone Crusher. I felt really bad. Because the first Bone Crusher, I shut him out almost every round. I was in good shape, and I was just tired of this. I went over to another country, got paid that much. I'm being really abused, by a guy. I like the guy, but in terms of business, he was really messed up. And so I took that dive, and I feel bad because Bone Crusher thought he won. And we all in my camp knew what I was going to do. And, and all Don King wanted was me out the way because he was trying to get Tyson. I keep telling this to everybody. He was trying to get Tyson, and he didn't care about me. He didn't care about Bone Crusher. When Tony Tubbs pulled out for that fight, he had an injured shoulder. I don't know if his shoulder was injured. We need to get Tony on the show so we can tell your guys exactly why he pulled out of that fight. I was supposed to fight Tubbs, and they put Bone Crusher in. But before that fight, they said, oh, well, Tubbs is hurt. So I broke down. I didn't train. I stopped training for like 7 days. Then they called me, oh, you fighting. I said, wait a minute. How we going to fight? Just now, we broke camp and everything. That's when I really knew that Don was trying to, he was trying to get Tyson. We knew that before. So he just put me in. So I was out of shape. I said, look, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being abused. I said, man, I'm going down in the 3. And then I had other people talking with me, and we started a lawsuit against Don before this fight. And so everybody knew I was going to go down in 3, and I feel bad for Bone Crusher. He said, no, I knocked you out, Tim. I said, Bone, I'm telling you the truth. Our plan was to go down, give the title back, and then sue Don. And he said, no, I knocked you out. And I said, okay. I talked to him. I felt bad about it, but when am I get on the TV for Bruce and say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you I lost.
The truth.
Yeah.
And somebody asked the question there, did Tim decide to take the dive on his own, or Don King wanted it? No, Don King didn't
Don
want it.
King had nothing to do with it. See, Don King didn't know. Look at the first Bone Crusher fights. I shut him out almost every round, almost knocked him out. Don King didn't know. We got tired of all the stuff that was going on. We knew Don King when his interest was in Tyson. He was trying to get Tyson. He was lining us up. Who did Bone Crusher fight after that? Mike Tyson. So Don didn't care about us.
We could bring the first Bone Crusher Smith fight up. You could talk us through that one.
Okay.
Well, and we can still go on here. This was the
that's the Larry Holmes.
Yeah,
Can you give me 2 minutes? Can you give me 2 minutes? Can
yes,
everybody?
Sir.
I'm sorry. Give me 2 minutes. I'm coming right back. Okay. Give me 2 minutes.
Absolutely, bro.
I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom. Hold on.
No problem. I'll put this on hold till you come back, man. Not a problem, my brother. Not a problem, man. I'll even, man, this is so cool though, bro. I got my friend Tim Witherspoon, and really, bro, this is you know how we meet these friends on the internet? Well, this cat, him and I met a couple of years ago. I met him in person. I went down to see a legend show down in Pennsylvania. My friend Mad Chad drove down, and I met Tim, and I met Riddick Bowe, and man, on and on. Barkley, Starling, all these cats. But Tim and I, we keep in touch, and he likes coming on here talking boxing. And man, when I was growing up, well, not even growing up, during the '80s, in Tim's prime era, he was the dude that I liked the most. He was kind of like my hero, and now this guy's my friend. It's just a real cool thing. Anyway, he'll be back in 1 second, man. He had to go do what we old guys have to do, and that's bleed the lizard on a regular basis. I have to get up at least once every night, and it's usually around 6 in the morning. But anyway, he's back again. Here he is. Tim's back again, and we're gonna show the Bone Crusher Smith, the first fight. You could just talk us through that, man, and we can do anything we want over here. That's the beauty of this internet stuff. But
what happened?
See that belt right there? You want to see it in the flesh? It's
right back here.
It's right behind the champ, man. It's right there. It's right there. The WBC heavyweight champ that we only see in the movies. But yeah, they are.
But that particular belt was given to me by somebody in England because I tried to I try, I was upset with the WBC, WBA because Don King, in a way, controlled some of the things that they did. And back then, I knew it, and I went against them. But then I said I can't win if I go against them. So I didn't get the WBA belt because I was feuding Don King. I was letting the world know that I'm getting ripped off, that the judges and everything. And then I said, you know what? I better just sit back and then wait till the end of my career and let everybody know really what's going on in the boxing world, in my opinion. Everybody has an opinion. So that's what happened. And I love all those guys. I love all those guys. Okay, here's the Bone Crusher fight. So we decided to go down and win. Why should I go 10 rounds knowing I'm going to lose? Because I already knew what the deal was. So we planned it.
These are two future heavyweight champions of the world going at it. Tim, you've already had the first heavyweight title. This is before you won the second heavyweight version, right? You already had the WBC belt.
Well, is this the second fight? Is this the second fight?
No, this is the first fight. This is before you won.
We went through that already, though.
No, we didn't. Did we?
Yeah, we were supposed to go through the second one where I threw the fight.
Okay, you want to go to the second one?
Yeah, where we threw the fight.
All right, man. Hang on.
Then we can stay on to 5:30. Okay.
Yeah, bro. That's the time I eat too. Beautiful.
Okay.
Let me shout out to my friend Alonzo Amazing out there. Emzid, my brother. We're gonna show some a couple of classics in here, man. You know what's better than this? I got the champ himself talking about the fights with me. Shit, man. We're gonna bring up the second fight with Bone Crusher Smith, and this is a fight, man. This is a fight that Tim.
I threw the fight. I
threw
it
the
because
fight.
Before the fight, I talked to my corner. I talked to everybody, and I said, "No, I'm not going," because we laid off. They said I was supposed to give Tony Tubbs a rematch. I tested positive for marijuana. Sorry, guys. And so I had to give Tubbs a rematch and everything. And so I was clean for the fight. Marijuana. It was my birthday, December 27th, and the fight was January the 16th or 17th. And they had a party for me. So there was somebody outside smoking weed, and I said, I wasn't thinking about the fight. So I took about, I think, 10 drags, and then I tested positive for marijuana after the fight, and just everything went downhill.
That was the $25,000 joint that you smoked.
It cost they took
$50,000 joint. Holy mackerel!
It was 25.
That was a house back then. That was a house back in the 80s.
It was 25.
I swear it was like 25,000.
No, they took 50 from me.
I thought it was 25,000. You always said 25,000.
Okay, it was 25.
Shania knows. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
She said everything good. She cooking food for herself.
You're always eating, Tim. You're always eating, man. How can you stay so slim?
What's that?
All right, man. This is the fight, man. I've seen this before. Well, we've all seen it many times, but you're gonna hear it from the horse's mouth. He's gonna go through every punch with you. 28-year-old Tim Witherspoon, 31-year-old Bone Crusher Smith. Both of these guys, big guys, man. And we're in Madison Square Garden. This is the biggest place in the world.
Well, Bruce, I had to act like I had to be an actor. I had to be an actor in this fight, see, because I want to get paid. I didn't want to not get paid by making it look phony. So I had to act like, and everybody around me knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew that I was taking it down.
How come the feds never got word of it? How come it never became a big scandal?
I don't know.
Man, maybe nobody believed it until you spilled the beans. Nobody believed it because I didn't think you. I watched this fight. I didn't until you told me. I had no clue that you took a dive.
Well, Don didn't give a damn about me or Bone Crusher. His main thing was for Tyson. So I had to put on a really good act. But I already knew what I was going to do. I already knew We was getting out of there. I had the lawyers ready to sue Don. After that, we had everything put together, and I don't know. Bone Crusher act like he knew something was up because he put the pressure on me. The first fight he didn't. He must have knew something was wrong. But every time I see him, he said, "No, I knocked you." I said, "Bone, I'm serious. In the first round, I was not going any further. Why should I go 10 rounds with you, a hard puncher like you, knowing you're going to get the fight?" Because Don King was cared about Tyson. And I was feuding. I was talking bad about Don before this fight to the media. So I knew Bone was coming in just to win. So why go 12 rounds with this guy knowing he's going to win and he can take a punch? See, look at my face. Look at my face. Look at my face.
It looks just like it does today, 40 years later, man. Unbelievable.
But look, I don't look like I'm enthusiastic or nothing. Look at my face. Look at my brother's face in the back. He know what we're gonna do. Look at them in the back. They're not happy. They're not motivated. Look at him. My trainer, he passed away about a year or two ago. That's my brother clapping his hands. He know.
Yeah, you would figure. You would figure your first defense in Madison Square Garden, you should be jumping all around like it's Christmas in there, you know? Nobody.
My trainer's Slim.
So everybody's all set for the disaster. They're all waiting for you to take that dive, huh?
They didn't know. They didn't know. Did nobody know? My mom didn't know. Nobody.
I thought your brother knew and your trainer knew.
No, they did. They did.
They knew, but nobody. Those are the only ones who knew.
Because Slim was helping me. Slim was helping me with. My trainer was helping me with these other people that was going to financially help me with suing Don King.
Boom! Right away he comes out.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
He act like he knew something was wrong. He didn't do that the first fight. See me? Look at me. Look. I feel bad for the fans. Look at me. Something is wrong because he must have knew something was up. He didn't do that the first fight.
Oh.
I caught him with that, but it was flash.
Yeah, it looked like it was a knockdown.
Yeah, it was, but I hit him, but it wasn't. I knew I had to make it look good. I wouldn't get paid. And before this fight, we negotiated the highest money that for a long time that I got. See all that? I'm not hurt. I got to act. And I felt bad because Bone Crusher think he really knocked me out.
What?
Look at me just playing around. Look, I'm just playing around, waiting for the right moment to go down. See that? I'm holding on him. I'm holding on him.
This sounds so crazy, man.
Okay.
And that was it.
The first fight, I walked through him every round almost.
I was shocked.
This fight, I'm an actor, and I got to do it right in order to get paid. I didn't give a damn. Go ahead.
This was three knockdown rule, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, 3 knockdown rule. See, yep. I went down again. I feel bad for Bone Crusher. Now I'm gonna go down the third time. I never in boxing went down on the canvas 3 times. I never went down 2 times. Here we go. I never went down. And here we go. You're gonna hit me and I'm gonna go down. I'm not going all those rounds. Here it come. Yep. I'm spinning around. See, I got defense. I'm not throwing no punches. There we go. There you go. Okay.
And that's it. The fight's over. 3 knockdown rule.
Yeah. Now I was so sad. Okay, the best thing that happened to me is I spit my teeth out of my mouth, and you're going to see it, everybody. Watch when they go over to me. I had a teeth that was bothering me. Here, oh no, they didn't show it. Wait a minute. I had the loose teeth that he knocked out. I thank him for that. I thank Bone Crusher for that. It was right here. It was aggravating. It was hurting. And when it was loose, I was like, and my brother picked it up. Look at me. My brother picked the teeth up and gave it to me. I saved it. I don't know where it's at now. See, just look at me. I'm happy in a way.
You had
I feel bad for Bone Crusher because he didn't fight the Tim Witherspoon that was going to give him a fight. Look at the first fight, every round. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, here we go. Now watch he hit me. That stuff, man. That I feel bad that he had to go through this, man. Why should I get up on national TV on this podcast and I'll tell the truth. He didn't even hurt me. See, he killed me there and he pushed me off balance. I wasn't hurt. I'm telling you, I wasn't hurt. I would tell you if I was. And I felt bad. He's raising his hand. And I seen him in person after that. And he said, no, I knocked you out. I said, okay, Bone. I just trying to tell you. I gave you that fight.
Did you talk to Ali after this fight?
I can't remember, Bruce. I can't remember if he was around or not for this here fight. That there, and I said that was a good chance to go down. And everybody, all you gotta do is watch the first fight and this fight, and you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. And right after this, that's nothing to hurt me. So I feel bad that Bone Crusher won the fight that I gave to him. I knew the referee was in Don King's corner because I was talking bad to the media about Don before this fight. I knew that they brought Bone Crusher in just to get me out the way so Don could get Tyson and continue on with him. So we knew what the game plan was. This wasn't about me or Bone Crusher. It was about Mike Tyson.
Gotcha.
This had nothing to do with me and Bone Crusher. It had a lot to do with Tyson.
That was Bone Crusher's next fight. His next fight was Tyson.
Now you see, I'm not telling a lie. I'm not telling a lie. And for Tyson, if I was for Tyson, I would have only got, what was it? I was only $50,000. That's all I was on the contract.
Get out of here.
I swear, look it up. It was $50,000 on the contract.
$50,000 to fight Mike. Damn, what the fuck? Don King was really playing with you guys.
If it wasn't 50, it was $500,000. I got a documentary.
There's a big difference between 50 and $500,000.
I'm gonna find it. I was only getting 50 grand. I'm starting to remember. I was only getting 50 grand to fight him. Yup, it was in the contract. He just cared about Tyson. I love Don and all those guys, but it's over. It's over, man. I'm going on with my life. Go ahead.
Somebody asked you a question. They want to know what your biggest payday was, if you don't mind answering.
My biggest payday was. Let me see. Frank Bruno. I went home with. So I went home with. Who was that? I think it was the Bone Crusher fight. That fight that they tried to get me out of. They gave me that money. It was 700 or 800. It was like 700,000. They gave me that money. Let me see. Was it 700 or 600? Yeah. See that fight I just lost? They gave me the money because their main interest was Tyson. They didn't care about me or Bone Crusher. They wanted me out the way. So I was putting up a fight with my lawyers, fighting against them, and they just wanted me out the way. And the reason why I got that much money is because they wanted me out the way so they could get a hold of Tyson, get Bone Crusher in with Tyson, let Tyson win, and then start making big money with Tyson. So I think I could have got $1 million if I would have said $1 million, because they just wanted me out the way.
Oh, man. Yeah. If you came around a little bit after Floyd Mayweather, you'd be making the M, as they say, man. But
making money.
I know you said 530. So I want to show. This was one of my favorite fights. This is when people were kind of saying, they were saying that Tim Witherspoon was washed up, and we got this big Cuban guy. We're gonna bring him in, and he's gonna make his name on Tim Witherspoon. And man, I love this fight. I watched this fight.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, Jorge Gonzalez. Remember this one, bro?
Yeah, I knew a lot of people was like not really fond of him. He was arrogant or something. He was like his chin up in the air, and then I knew I could win the people. And I did. And I humbled him after the fight. He was humble. He was tough walking around like he was like, see, look at him. He's like,
Big guy too.
Yeah, he was big.
250 pounds, 6'6".
Yeah, he was kind of arrogant. When I knocked him out, it kind of cooled him out. I went over, gave him a hug, everything. So they didn't have a trainer. That's what I'm saying about the trainer. The trainer, to have him do the appropriate things, and when he in the ring and outside of the ring. I had a good team. Like the day with the Garcia fight, Garcia shouldn't have put up there drinking beer and all that, and he should have said his opponent was really tough. And these are the differences between my era and the day's era. You know what I'm saying? We say the right things. It was a hard fight. See, look at him whispering to me. See him whispering to me.
Yep.
So you got to say certain things before the fight and after the fight. So when you get on camera, you don't mess up. Like when I fought, when I said a couple of things about after the fight about I said some things. I'm trying to remember what he.
Gonzalez.
Well, the Gonzalez fight. I took him out. I was serious about him, but he was serious too. But I had a better trainer, a better teaching.
Was Dennis Rappaport in your camp? Were you fighting for Dennis Rappaport in this fight?
Yeah, I'm almost sure. And I really didn't. I was abused with Don King, and I was messed up. And Dennis was behind me 100%, and we won this fight. But if I had Dennis in the beginning, I would have knew somebody was in my corner that really cared about me.
Mm-hmm.
So we busy doing this. I'm trying to work him, trying to see where he's coming from.
How you move? How's this fight going? How did this fight start for you? What was your plans in going into the fight?
I didn't care. I was just trying to.
Oh.
I was trying to catch him on the top of his temple or whatever. So we got people saying stuff. Bruce, we got people on the panel.
Yep. We got people asking you. The question is, does he still smoke weed?
Who?
Not you. Not me. They know I do.
All right. Since we on the show here, I do every once in a while, but I don't really like it because it makes me paranoid. So really, I'm stopping, and I'm not a real big weed smoker. But it makes me paranoid after a couple of drags, and I've got to find another way to find a way to make me relax instead of marijuana. It does relax. If you overdo it, it gets you paranoid to me. But somebody like other guys like Bruce,
not me.
I know.
I get paranoid when I don't have any more, and I get paranoid till I get. Oh yeah, I'm serious, man. I give the old lady $100. I send her to the dispensary, and I get paranoid she ain't gonna take off and leave me and go somewhere else with $100. Let me shout out. The Drunk Irishman says, Tim, how do you think you would have done against Michael Dokes and Tony Tucker?
Okay, let's do Michael Dokes first. Michael Dokes was a really good, put his combinations together. He didn't really have the best defense. He could punch. All we'll have to do was hit him on the chin because his chin wasn't that great. His chin was, you see, he got knocked out. All you had to do was hit him on his chin, but he was real quick with his hands. I would have loved to fight him. All I had to do was keep my hands up, get inside, bam, bam, hit him on his chin, and the fight would have been over. What's the next one?
Did you have sex before a fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of days because I thought the fight was all off. I thought the fight was off against Bone Crusher, and it was like they thought the fight was off. Tony Tubbs hurt his shoulders. The fight was off. So yeah, I did, and because I thought the fight was off. But if I knew the fight was like 5 days, no way. 30 days or more. Maybe 35 or 40 days.
Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother, the J. Ruse Dairy out there, man. Salute to you, my man.
What else?
We're chopping up fights over here. I got my brother, the 2-time heavyweight champ, and giving me an education, giving us all an education on what it's like to get in that fucking ring with the heavyweight strap of the world around your waist, defend it, and come back, achieve it, believe it, and come back again, man. This is my man over here.
What I wanted to do though with him, because he was arrogant, disrespectful and stuff. So I really wanted to win, and there was a lot of people noticed that he was like that. So
plus, a lot of things too, man. This is 10 years after you fought Frank Bruno, and this is 14 years after you fought Larry Holmes. You know, people look at you in this fight. They look at you as a stepping stone. They thought that Jorge Gonzalez was going to put your name on his gun. You know, you're going to be a notch on his handle. And man, did you prove different in this fight? Did you get that feeling in this fight that you weren't getting the respect you deserved?
No. The people was really on my side because they felt that he was arrogant and he wasn't really, really, you know what I'm saying? He would put his chin up, like, you know, and all that. But I was a perfect gentleman, and I won the crowd over. I think a lot of the people like me from the beginning. See me slipping, I'm moving up. You don't see this stuff nowadays. These guys got to call me, man. I've been trying to reach out, Bruce. You know, so the people was on my side because he was a little tough and arrogant, and that's all I needed was to know that the people wanted me to win. And so that's what happened. I won the fight. I see me moving, just waiting. I'm just waiting till they hit him. I'm moving. I'm using my defense. I'm putting my hands up. You don't see this kind of stuff nowadays. Then Definitely. I caught him and ended the fight. I gave him a hug afterwards because I do believe if he was a more nicer guy, which he probably is, he will win the people over. The people was on my side.
Oh, ain't nothing that'll humble you like that right hand, though, you know?
Yeah. No, the right hand. So with him, I was just trying to
left hook on top of it.
Right. I wasn't worried about him. I wasn't really worried about him because I knew I had a good defense. You know, I had a good defense, and that's all I was thinking about. Look, man, I got my hands up. All I gotta do is catch this guy. And I did.
Now, how about his size? Did his size intimidate you?
Oh, I didn't worry about that. They talking about 3-4 pounds, 5 pounds difference. No, I wasn't worried. It's what you know. I don't care how much you weigh. I know that these previous fights you've been hearing with Devin Haney and them with those little weight, 3 pounds. That's not shit. That's just it's your skills, Bruce. I don't give a shit about no 2 pounds. Now I say if you was like 6 or 10,
you know, we're talking about that all week long. 2 pounds, 3.2 pounds to be exact.
It's what you know. I'm not gonna be scared to get in the ring.
It cost them $1.5 million. They had a $1.5 million bet. $1.5 million just on those 3 pounds. That's not kind of purses or anything.
That is so stupid.
so ridiculous, man.
Wow.
So ridiculous.
I thought this guy might be 20, 50, I don't know if he about 10 pounds heavier than me. I don't know. But I thought guys would weight heavy. I didn't care about the weight. I know they talking about heavyweights, lightweights, and all that. Well, 3 pounds, you ought to be shaming yourself. And then Garcia was something, I drunk before. You need a team. You need a team, Bruce, that's going to tell you what to do before the fight and what to say after. This is what he didn't have. He got out there talking about he drunk beer. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. He went out there, I had sex. No, I'm not saying he said that. All these no, you supposed to praise your opponent. Oh, he was tough. Oh,
he's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
He's crazy, but this is the world we live in. People accepting that. That's the norm. You know, that's the norm in this world.
They're getting away from the real boxing world. They're getting away from it.
Way away. 1 million miles away.
I couldn't believe that. You know, all you need is the skills, the right skills, and your heart. You know, you gotta love your fans.
Now,
I'm not
now
going to.
let me ask you a quick question about this. When do you think he kind of knew that he wasn't getting an easy night in here? That this was no walk through the
From
park.
the very first round.
First round, you got his
Yeah, the
respect.
very first round. And I think I seen a little bit before the bell rung. You know, looking at him, talking to him. I noticed a little fear
Little,
or whatever.
little change of attitude.
Yeah, yeah, I knew that. I knew that, and he just didn't have enough. He just didn't have enough. I got a good defense, and that's the nowadays. You got these boxers don't have defense. That's going to give you confidence, knowing that the guy can hit you when he want to. And you have trainers. I don't blame them. They're getting paid, but you think they're going to try to bring in somebody else to help the boxer out? Is going to mess their money up. So what's going to happen? The boxer is going to suffer when they know there's people out there with good skills like Deontay Wilder. I was trying to reach out to them, Anthony Joshua. All those guys got good offense, but their defense is horrible. You know, I don't want to be in the corner. Just let me be in your camp. You definitely see a different boxer. I'll show you defense and countering everything.
Absolutely, you absolutely bring a whole different dimension to this boxing.
So we fight.
Here's another question for you. What are some of the rumors you heard backstage? You have to be, I think you have to be a little more specific about that because I'm sure Tim heard a lot of rumors, but you have to ask him a specific question.
Rumors about what?
Tim, you got Canelo or Munguia next week?
Well, you know, Canelo has improved what he had to prove. I do know that he has a lot to lose. So I know he's going to get into really the best shape of his life. I predict him to win. I haven't seen his opponent. I predict him to win because he has talent. He has old-time religion stuff. And I haven't seen his opponent though. That's one thing. But Canelo's not going to take a fight that I don't think he can win. So I'm looking for him, not even seeing his opponent, looking for him to win because he got all this legacy to lose. So why take a chance? So not even seeing his opponent, I'm thinking that he'll probably win or definitely win the fight. Or else why should he come back and risk all that stuff in the past?
Oh.
Look at that. And to the overhand right. According with the overhead.
Unbelievable. Bang, you got everything into it too. You just put him on a whole nother planet.
Yep.
Oh, which way did he go? Boom. Oh, he made it to the end of the round.
Yeah, okay. He lucky.
He coming in fresh for the next round.
It's a matter of skills, brother Bruce. It's a matter of skills and defense, which these boxers don't have today. And don't have the trainers telling them, the managers telling them what to say. My managers and trainers with after the fight, we would practice before the fight saying what we're going to say after the fight. These guys not doing it. I have to say the right thing so it can benefit me in the future. So when you fight, you training to physically fight, but you also mentally have to say the right things. So your fans are really back you up, and people really say, "Oh, he's a great champion or good champion, a guy who really know what he's doing." Okay, that's not what they're doing with these new guys. So what we got? We got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, a couple of minutes. Wilder or Zhilei Zhang? Who's gonna win that? Who's gonna win that fight?
Well, I do believe if Wilder tighten his defense up, keep his D tight, block. Oh, he's a southpaw. That's gonna make it complicated. So he definitely needed me in his corner so he can fulfill. So I don't think that Chang. What's his name? Chang.
Zhilei Zhang or Zhang Zhang.
Zhang. He comes. GJ, so he comes. Okay, what I found out about him is he come forward and doesn't really realize how to fight so much a right-hander. He just come forward throwing punches. but there is a specific way you fight a right-hander if you're southpaw. It is a specific way you fight a southpaw if you right-handed. And when his last fight, it didn't seem like he was doing that. He was just putting his punches together. His opponent didn't know how to really fight a southpaw. It's so easy. So Ching is fighting who?
Deontay Wilder.
Okay, so Deontay Wilder, if he don't know how to fight a southpaw, he could be in trouble. And you know, he got the right things, that right hand. He got to keep throwing that right hand, because that's your jab when you fight the southpaw. Not your jab. Your right hand is a jab, and you got to use that and keep this for defense. So if Deontay Wilder, which I know for a fact who's in his corner don't know, he's got to start using that right hand. Oh man, I wish I was in his corner, boy. First round knockout. I'm telling you.
Why wasn't there a rematch clause with Holmes and Tim when he thought you wanted to fight?
Well, I don't know. I think
Steve, the champ puts the rematch clause in the contract. If you beat him, there probably would have been a rematch, but you didn't have the option being the B side for that fight.
Yeah,
right?
well, you know, Don his main interest was getting Tyson. I think his mind was mostly on that.
But this is 1982 though. This is before Tyson. This is 82. When you fought Larry Holmes.
I fought Larry in 83.
83, yeah. This is before Tyson.
Yeah. So what we trying to say?
Well, he wants to know why you didn't get a rematch with Larry.
Okay, so Larry was trying to reach the Rocky Rossian 50-0, and he didn't want to fight no young Turks. I remember this conversation just as it was yesterday. We found out that Larry didn't want to fight. He fought me, David Bay. He fought other guys, and they almost beat him. And I was really one of the guys that really almost beat him. And so he wanted to reach Rocky Marciano's undefeated record. And so that's how the IBF guys was made. The IBF was made because Larry Holmes, Don King was giving him all these tough fights and things. And Larry went to what's the IBF?
Bob Lee.
Bob Lee. Him and Bob Lee got together and created the IBF. So everybody, that's how the IBF was created. Larry Holmes didn't want to fight none more than young guys. He wanted to reach Rocky Marciano's record. And so he went to Bob Lee. They created the IBF. And so Larry went on and kept fighting because they was in control of who they was going to fight. So this is history, everybody, that Larry Holmes didn't want no more hard fights. He's a true warrior, but he didn't want no more hard fights. And Don King was lining them up with these hard fights. I was one of them. And so he went with Bob Lee, and they created the IBF. So everybody, the IBF was created through Larry Holmes and Bob Lee because he didn't want to really get into no more hard fights. He wanted retired after that, I guess. After fighting, what is it, 40-0, 50-0?
Yeah, 49-0. I don't remember. He tried to get to 50-0. Michael Spinks stopped him.
Michael Spinks, yeah.
So some people say he lost the fight to Spinks. Who knows, right?
Yeah, so it could have been people behind that didn't want Larry Holmes to destroy Rocky Marciano's record. It could have been that because Rocky Marciano's Italian, and he was a great boxer. So I think there was a lot of things I don't know about behind that fight or those fights where Larry Holmes couldn't possibly get to 50-0. So we can look at it a lot of different ways.
So you're getting ready to lower the boom on Jorge Luis Gonzalez over here, I believe. What round did this fight end? This is the fateful round right here.
Right. I was really fighting for the fans because he was arrogant. He was thought he was the best guy in the world.
He tried to nail you with an uppercut.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm just trying to catch him on top, and I will pretty soon. Okay, he's coming. I just got to catch him right. See, I relax I am because I know about defense. That's what can help us. So nowadays, these young kids, nobody have Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Dylan White, Tyson Fury. All those guys could avoid these knockouts if they would have defense. All right, here we go. We're getting close. I'm just catching them. I'm just setting it up. I'm just trying to hit him. See how I got my hands up?
Yep.
His hands, it's not. He don't have defensive motive right now. See his hands? You don't have no. I caught him with that. That hurt him. I'm gonna catch him. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
okay. That little one caught him. It stunned him a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, I should relax a little bit more and keep my hands defense tight. That uppercut what did it. That set it up. Then I caught him over top. It was that uppercut. I remember that. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, here we go. Right over top. Boom. The back of the ear. Boom. Okay. Okay, that was it.
One to that little ponytail in the background. One of that little ponytail on the head there.
Yeah, we made him. We made him wake up.
They didn't even have to count.
Yeah, they made him.
Once again, Terrible Tim is back. People thought he was all done. And once again, man, the champ makes the scene. And, watch out, guys out there, because 66 years old, and he still might be able to pull off one of those today. So look out, man. Look out.
I'm still in good shape. I just want to let everybody know that I love everybody. I didn't really realize how far I would get. Here I am doing the podcast on Bruce Gas, his show, and I made it, man. I got the belt in the back. I'm trying my hardest to maybe get a exhibition, one of those fights with Joe Egan or any of those guys is up there. Razor Ruddock. I'm in good shape. And I'm, I want to thank everybody for coming on too, because we had some good knowledge on this show. And there's a lot of other shows going on, but we got access to a lot of boxers. We didn't let you know yet. Bruce didn't let you know, but we got a lot of access to a lot of guys. Mitch Green, he's just one of them. I can tell you about everybody else.
Mitch Blood Green, man.
Mitch Blood Green.
This man grew up with legends. He sparred with legends. He fought in the ring with. Dude, I'm very fortunate. You guys are very fortunate. We're all very fortunate. Hey, 5:30 champ. I kept you long enough, brother.
Okay. Look, thank you, everybody. Just look forward to us coming at you with some good stuff. I'm going to cook dinner. You got to be a dad and you got to be a father. Take care of your children. Steer them in the right direction. My thing is, I stopped going down. I wasn't partying that much. I showed interest in my children, and that made me feel better. Take care of your kids. Love everybody. Don't get in no fights, and just look forward to good things every day. That's what I do. Okay. Thank you, Bruce. I'm going to cook some food for my baby, and then I'm gonna just chill and tell everybody to get ready for the next one. Okay.
God bless you, my brother.
Okay. All right. Love everybody. Love you, Bruce. I'll talk to you later.
Peace out, man. Peace out. I'm out of here, man. Thank you guys for coming in here. Peace.